I'm sorry, y'all. Hi, Majid. How you doing, boo? I apologize. I went live a few minutes ago, and all of a sudden the connection went bad, and it like I don't know. It's a mess. I don't know what's going on with these live streams. I don't know if it's just too much overload on the system or not, but I truly apologize for that last live stream going away. So where was I? Let's see. What was I talking about? As a matter of fact, now this is something weird that happened. So if anybody that's watching tonight, or if anybody come back and watch the replay, that and if you do videos and you do live streams, let me know if this has ever happened to you. Okay, I think my sister said it happened to her before. Hey MK3, how you doing, boo? Make sure y'all hit the like button as you come in. Okay. Hopefully the people that was in my last live stream will come back. I don't know what happened to the connection. It just went. Okay, so I did on my cooking channel the other day. I did a video showing you all how I make homemade garlic bread. Okay, the video, uploaded the video. It kept saying that it was processing, but when I went into my video manager, it showed that the video was actually up. It was actually uploaded and people had actually watched the video, but yet I could not see it in my channel feed. So I goes back, I think it was like yesterday or the day before yesterday to see, what was going on, if the video was actually showing up on my feed. And when you click on the link to the video, it says that the video was removed by the user. Okay. So I was like, lies. Okay. YouTube, lies. Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I did not remove no video. Okay. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know like how I can get the video back. I did not remove it. I don't know what happened. Like that frustrates me when I sit and do a video and then it just goes away like that. Okay, so listen, y'all. I'm a little bit okay. So like I was saying in the last stream, if you did not see my latest Dollar Tree haul over on my Juicy Tingles channel, make sure you click on the link in the description box, and I will also put it in the chat. Okay, and I was also saying that if you haven't seen my recent makeup look called the Purple and Pink Explosion, make sure you go over to my Makeup for Dummies channel and check that out. I will also put the link in the chat for that. Okay. And you can also go in the description box and get it, okay? So I'm going to pull the links while I talk to you guys, okay? Now, a little bit sad tonight because, okay, so on last week, okay, I think it was last week, okay, last weekend, okay? If you all are following me on Instagram, then you saw that I was at the skating rink with my daughter. It was my husband and I and my daughter. And I put up a little 60-second video, showing that we was at the skating rink. So while we were there, and remind me, I got to tell y'all about why I was at the ER with my daughter the other day. I was on my Juicy Tingles live doing my Dollar Tree haul last night, and I had showed some stuff that I had got from Walgreens, and I had showed some medication that I had picked up, and I was saying that, I need to tell y'all while I was at the emergency room with my daughter. So remind me to tell y'all about that, okay? Chalice of time and a lane. Well, anyway, while I was at the roller skating rink with my daughter, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button as you come in the door. I had got a phone call, and it was my son. It was my, one of my sons had called me. And I knew that he was saying something that was going to be alarming. Like, I just felt it. But because I was at the roller skating ring, and it was a lot of, it was music playing, so it was kind of loud. So I couldn't understand what he was saying, but for some reason I could just hear, you know, I don't know if it's a mother's intuition, but I could just kind of hear the distress in his voice. So I said, wait a minute, hold on a second. So I left out the skating rink and went like into the hallway where it was quiet. And my son proceeded to tell me that one of his best friends had died. Now, mind you, this best friend has been best friends with my son ever since elementary school, okay? It's like three boys. Well, I call them boys because, like I said, I knew them since they was in elementary. But it's like 3 kids that were friends with my son from elementary school all the way up through high school. And now they are adults and they are still friends, okay? So to me, these particular boys are like my sons, okay? These kids are like my sons, okay? And this particular one that died last week, he actually stayed with us. When I was living in Baltimore, he actually lived with us. Maybe it was for like a year. He actually lived with us. Well, anyway, so my son called to tell me that he had died, and you know, so of course I'm like, what happened? He had accidentally shot himself in the leg. I don't know if he was cleaning the gun or loading it or putting it away. I don't know what he was doing with the gun, but it accidentally went off and it shot him in the upper part of his leg and it hit a main artery. Because a lot of times you think, well, if you get shot in the arm or leg, you should survive. But if you hit a main artery, it could be fatal. And it hit a main artery and he bled out. And he died. Like he didn't even get a chance to get in the ambulance and go to the hospital. Like he died in the house on the scene. And his girlfriend was there. And mind you, his girlfriend, this is the same girl that he was dating over 10 years. He was with this girl for over 10 years. When he was living with us, he was dating her. And they finally just had a baby either last year or the year before last. The baby can't be no more than 1 or 2 years old. So they have a long history together, you know, as a couple. And she was home at the time and the baby was home at the time. They said the baby had blood all over. The baby had blood all over her. And, you know, I don't know if she was in the same room when it happened. And by the blood, you know, bleeding out, it got everywhere. Or I don't know if she entered the room where he was at and got in the floor with it. Like, I don't know. So that kind of was bothering me. I try not to, you know, like let it show because certain things I try to suppress because by me having like a past issue and sometimes even now an issue with depression, I try to steer away from things that are sad and depressing. But the funeral, well, the wake for him was today. And the funeral is tomorrow. So I was talking to my son tonight and I asked him how did the funeral go. And see, here's the thing. I would never be able to go to that funeral because first of all, like I said, it's like one of my kids. I would not be able to bear seeing that child in a casket. Second of all, he died 4 days after the death of my late husband, okay? So around this time, 10 years ago, my late husband had died. And so just celebrated, not celebrated, but the anniversary of my husband's death was a couple days before I got this news about the guy dying from the accidental gunshot wound. And on top of that, the funeral is at the same funeral home where my late husband was at, okay? So with that combination, I can't, you know, like I can't, okay? I mean, I even have an issue when I ride past that funeral home. Even though it's been 10 years since my late husband died, just riding past that funeral home, it just does something to me. So I don't even like to ride past that funeral home, let alone going in there to view the body of somebody that I consider my son. And he was only 27 years old, okay? Same age as my son. So, you know, that was just kind of sad for me. And I felt bad for my son because, like I said, this is one of his best friends. And when he went to the house that night when he got the news, like he lost it. He lost it, okay? You know, and I felt bad for my own son because, like, my son has been through a lot, okay? This is the son, if y'all been following me for a while, you know that my son had nasopharyngeal carcinoma, which is cancer of the nose. He was diagnosed with that when he was 16 years old. But he's been in remission for over, it's been about 10 years. He's been in remission, which is a good thing. But like I said, you know, so my son went through, you know, the cancer. And then right after he had his last, a couple months after he had his last radiation and chemo treatment, my husband died. And now his best friend. Oh, not only has his best friend died, but then remember I told you all like about 2 months ago that his dad, this son that I'm talking about, his dad was diagnosed with cancer. So this son has been through a lot, okay? He had cancer. His dad now has cancer. My late husband died, which was his stepdad, and now his best friend died. So I really feel really bad for my son, and it just saddens me, you know. It's really sad. So that's what I'm going through right now. Okay, this is just not easy. Like this, it's just not easy. Okay, so now let me talk about why I had to take my daughter to the ER the other night. Okay, so when we was at the roller skating rink, after my son had called and gave me that news, so we was, you know, finishing up at the skating rink. You know, it's hard as a parent. You know, you don't want to really like let your kids see you like upset or stressed or depressed. And Deshawn, oh, shut your door for me, hon, because I can hear your game. Sorry about that, y'all. If y'all could just hit the thumbs up button while you're here, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you could just take a moment and hit the thumbs up button, I would greatly appreciate it. So, yeah. So, like I said, you know, it's hard being a parent because you don't want to let your kids see you upset and stressed and depressed and all that kind of stuff. And when I had got that news from my son, and I was at the roller skating rink with my daughter, one of her classmates had a birthday party at the skating rink, so she was there. She was having a good time, and I really couldn't like hold myself together because it was just like a shock to hear that news. And when I came back from out in the hallway and I sat at the table and I told my husband about it, like we both, like, we were upset. Like I was crying, okay? And my daughter was out because she had gotten a little better because she had just learned how to skate. She was getting a little better at it. And, you know, so she was out there and I was trying to get myself together before she came back to the table. And you know how hard that is when you're upset about something or you're emotional and then you're trying to like pull it back or pull it together or stop the tears because, you know, you don't want certain people to see you upset. And I didn't want to upset my daughter because my daughter is very, my 15-year-old daughter, she's very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. And if she would have saw me crying, then she would have broke down. And I didn't want to ruin her good time. You know, she was having a good time with her friends and stuff. So I saw her coming out of the rink and I'm just like, oh my God. I tried to, you know, like hold my head down and just kind of get myself together. And I said, you know, if she asked me, well, Ma, why your eyes red or why your eye, I would have just told her something was burning my eyes or something. I would have made up something because, you know, like I said, I didn't want to upset her. But it really was bothering me. I'm going to get to y'all's comments in a minute. If you all could just hit the thumbs up button while you're here, I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so anyway, so I managed to pull myself together and stay at the rink a little longer because I was ready to go, but I didn't want to ruin it for my daughter. So we stayed close to the time that she was, you know, said she would be ready to go. And then we left. Well, anyway, before then, right at the end, she had fell, okay? Because like I said, she's learning how to skate. She had fell backwards. and she hit her elbows and she hit her head. Like when she fell, she hit her head. Okay, now, from when I was growing up, they always said if you ever fall and hit your head, don't go to sleep. Or if your little kid or your baby hits their head, don't let them go to sleep, you know, for a couple hours. Keep them woke. So, you know, she had, you know, they gave her an ice pack for her elbow. The only thing that happened as a result of her hitting her head is, you know, she had got a little headache. You know, if you hit your head, you're going to get a little headache. So the back of her head wasn't hurting. She just had a headache. So we came home. I gave her some ibuprofen. And, you know, she was fine. She woke up the next day. The headache was gone. She was fine. So the headache ended up coming back. So when it came back, I gave her, you know, some more medicine and it went away again. So it wasn't like a steady headache. She went to school Monday. She was fine. No headache, no nothing. But then on Monday night, she had got a headache like really, really bad. I think it was Monday night. I don't know. Maybe I may have all my days mixed up, but I'm just telling y'all the story. I may have the days mixed up. So don't quote me on the days, the actual days. But the bottom line is this headache kept coming back. Okay. So then I was like, okay, well, fine. I'm going to take her to the emergency room because she shouldn't be keep getting these recurring headaches. I was expecting her to have a headache. Okay. Hey, Elder. Okay, hon. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, hon. Hey, brown skin. Hey, F&M. Thank you, Elder. I appreciate it. So I took her to the ER because, you know, I just wanted to make sure, because she kept getting the headaches, I just wanted to make sure that nothing internal was going on. So they did a CAT scan. They did a CAT scan of her head. They did a CAT scan of her neck, like her spine area. The reason why they did a CAT scan of her head because they wanted to make sure that she didn't have brain bleed is what they call it. They called it brain bleed, I guess bleeding from the brain. They said because she keeps getting the headaches, then, you know, that could be a possibility. But they did the scan. So come to find out, she didn't have any brain bleed. She just basically suffered a concussion from hitting her head. So it's normal to have the on and off headaches when you have a concussion. Okay. Thank goodness she has not had that headache since we left the hospital. As a matter of fact, because they told me whenever you hit your head, don't take ibuprofen, Excedrins, or like Advil or anything like that. They said because those type of medications thins out the blood. So if you fall and you already have like an internal bleeding going on, taking that medication will thin it out and make it worse. So they said always take Tylenol if you suffer from a head injury. Well, anyway, I didn't know that. So I had to stop. Okay, so the scan came out fine. She didn't have no brain bleed or anything like that. It was just a concussion that she suffered from hitting her head. So like I said, no more headaches since then. But I had to stop at Walgreens to try to get some liquid Tylenol because my daughter doesn't take pills. Like she can't swallow. She has a problem swallowing pills. So when I give her medicine, it always has to be liquid. So I had to go to Walgreens when we got out the hospital. It was like after 1 o'clock in the morning. I had to go to Walgreens and try to find some liquid Tylenol. Now, they do not have liquid Tylenol, well, at least from what I saw, for my daughter's age group, which is 15. They had the infants to 11-year-old, liquid Tylenol, and they even had the chewables for the infants to like 11-year-olds, but they didn't have anything in the liquid form for, I guess, over 12 years of age and up is what I'll just say. But as I kept looking, I ended up finding an off-brand version of it, and it said compares to Tylenol. Now, the actual liquid Tylenol, I don't know if they were just out of it for the adults, the liquid Tylenol for adults. I don't know if they was just out of it or what, but I ended up finding, after a whole lot of looking, I ended up finding a liquid form of a generic one that compares to Tylenol. But like I said, she hasn't had a headache since we left the ER that night, and it's been a few days. So that's a good thing. But yeah, that had me worried, you know, because that's my baby. So when she first fell, like I mean, I was like in a panic mode. And see, here's the thing. So my daughter, she wanted to go. Okay, so she had told me earlier in the week that she wanted to go to the you know, the skating rink for a party that she was invited to. And you know me, I'm nervous because you know that's my baby, okay? And I'm not, you know, like I'm not used to my baby like being out and hanging out and stuff. She's kind of like a homebody like me, but she's starting to want to go out a little bit with her friends. So okay, fine. You know, I told her earlier part of the week, you know, I would have no problem taking her to the rink on Saturday. Okay, so me and my husband, we get ready to, you know, get prepared so that we could take her to the rink. He's thinking we're just going to drop her off and come back home and then wait for her to call us to come back to get her. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, hell no. No, he's not dropping my baby off at no skating rink and go home nowhere. I was like, oh, hell no. So he was like, well, how you know, she might be embarrassed with her parents sitting there. I said, look, check this out. I'm not going home and leaving my baby at the skate rink because exactly this was my thought process. And I'm actually glad that I stayed there. My thought process was, first of all, like I said, that's my baby. That's my last child. Okay, that is my baby. Yes, she is 15 years old, but she's still my baby. Okay. And my thought process was, okay, my baby don't know how to skate. And, you know, what if she falls and hurts herself? You know, like, really? My baby fall and hurt herself and I'm not there? No, that didn't set well with me. So we ended up staying, and that's why when you watch the little videos over on Instagram, I showed one of my husband. I'm trying to teach her how to skate, and then I showed one of my husband because he knows how to skate. I personally don't know how to skate. But I'm glad I stayed because, like I said, when she fell, I was right there looking, and I ran right over to her. And I'm glad I was there. Like, I don't want nobody calling me, telling me that my baby fell and hurt herself. And I would have been in a panic trying to get back up to that skating rink. You know, so, you know, I don't know. That's my baby. And I know eventually we have to let go, but I'm not letting go at 15. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not. So I'm not doing that. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's how that went. But it was a really good time at the skating rink, other than the bad news that I got while I was there and the fact that my daughter hurt herself. But she's okay, which is a good thing. If I could just get you all to hit the like button. Hi, Attic. How you doing? Y'all is up late. What y'all doing up this late on a Friday night? If I could just get the people that are watching to hit the thumbs up button. I'm sure that the people who are actually commenting probably have already done it. But I'm talking about my peepers, okay? My peepers. Not my peeps, but my peepers. Hey, but yeah, so yeah, anyway, so we're gonna move past that subject. Thank y'all, I appreciate it. Oh, I supposed to be getting the link so I can put the Dollar Tree haul in the Makeup for Dummies purple and pink explosion look. Now, St. Patty's Day is coming up, y'all, so I'm definitely doing a St. Patrick's Day look. Okay, can't wait. I did a green look before. And I believe I did it around St. Patrick's Day on last year. And I think it was called Green Apple. So I'm going to think of a different name for the green look that I'm going to do this year. I'll get creative with it. But I think it was called Green Apple. I think that video got like quite a few views. And I think that it was in honor of St. Patty's Day. I'm not really sure. But I'm definitely going to do, because actually the purple and pink explosion look was supposed to be for Valentine's Day. But it didn't happen, girl. Child, it'd be a time in the land. So it was late. So when I finally did it, I didn't even mention Valentine's Day. I just went on and did it. But I remember mentioning before Valentine's Day that I was going to do a purple and pink explosion look. So I finally did it. But yeah, that green apple, it was called Green Apple Makeup Look and it was called 4-leaf clover. And I did it the ASMR style way. So, yeah, that video got 11,000 views. I didn't realize that video was going to be that popular. Very yellow. This looks yellow. Oh, wait, let me turn that down. I'm sorry, y'all. So, listen, if you are interested in seeing that video, it might not show up that good on camera. But, yeah, this is last year I was doing the, what did I say the name of it was? Green apple. So I'm going to think of another fancy name. Yeah, I had on green. Green stuff, green. I don't know if you could tell that was green makeup that I was putting on. But yeah, so that was last year. So we're going to get creative with it this year. I love St. Patrick's Day. Another thing that I'm going to do, so I'm going to do a green look for St. Patrick's Day on my Makeup for Dummies channel this year. And I'm going to be preparing a homemade Reuben on my cooking channel, okay? So like I said, that homemade garlic bread video that I did, I'm like so mad about that because I just started to get my feet wet as far as, you know, that channel, the cooking channel, starting to cook, get my feet wet. Eventually, I'm going to be cooking bigger dishes. But I showed where I was I had did a grilled ham and cheese sandwich. That video, I did that last week, and then I did that garlic bread video. And then they took it down, and they're going to tell me, it says the video was removed by the user, and I didn't remove the video. I did not remove the video, so I'm going to have to redo that one, maybe along with some other little something that I'm going to fix to show you guys. Like I said, I don't know what YouTube is doing, but trust me, if you click on that video, I did not remove it, okay? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to be over there cooking a Reuben, homemade style, my way, because I love Reubens. And so you want to make sure that you're subscribed so you can tune in so you don't miss it. The cooking channels is shapopping, okay? It's shapopping. I finally got over to that channel, so we're slowly but surely working our way into that. But anyway, so yeah, so that's the look that I did last year. So, well, anyway, I'm going to link that purple and pink explosion in the chat. Let's see who came in here. Hi, Jessica. How you doing? Miss Vanna, baby. Hey, guys. Kristen. Hi, Kristen. How are you? Addict says, my best friend just gave birth and I can't sleep. Oh, well, congratulations to your best friend, hon. Oh, I love babies. They are so sweet. DC. Oh, wait. I think I said your name wrong. Your name is DC Kool-Aid, and you said, hey, fam, stopping past to show some love. I'm sorry, hon. I said, hey, fam. I'm sorry. I read that all wrong. Yeah, y'all up late just like me. I like doing lives late because it'd be more people up than I thought. So I'm gonna be up for a while tonight, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do that that makeup haul video tonight over on my Makeup for Dummies channel. So it's just best to be subscribed to all the channels that are listed in the description box. That way you don't miss it. So when I finish chatting with you guys over here, then I will do that and get that out the way. I'm going to go ahead and get that video out the way so I can start to use some of my new stuff and put the stuff away. And yeah, the longer you take to do your hauls, the longer your stuff has to sit in the bags and you don't, you know, get to, like, you got to start digging in the bags to get stuff out that you need, waiting for this haul. So that's why I want to hurry up and get the haul out the way. Okay, so I'm getting the link for you guys. So yeah, if I seem a little down, that's why. Yeah, Vanna, his funeral was today. The wake was today. I'm sorry. The viewing, the wake was today, and the funeral is tomorrow. So, and it's at the same funeral home as the late hubby's funeral was at. Oh, y'all, and let me tell you this other thing. They said that because like I said, I had talked to my son to find out, you know, how the wake went. I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb question to ask people. How did it go? I don't know. A comedian was making fun of that one time, saying people be asking you how was the funeral, like you supposed to say, "Oh, hey, we had a good time. We was dancing, girl. We was twerking and doing our thing." Yeah, that was kind of funny. But you know, I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure it was sad. But he said that, you know, the friend, my son's friend, he said he looked pretty good. You know, they did a good job making him look like himself. But here was the sad part, because I was asking my son, how did the girlfriend, you know, how was she holding up? And he said that when he got there, she had left, but everybody was saying that she had to leave because the baby. I told you they have a little girl, and the little girl may be either 1 or 2 years old. And they say that she was at the casket telling her daddy, "Wake up, daddy, wake up." And it got to be too much for the mom, so she had to take the little girl and leave. The little girl was literally telling her daddy to wake up, like she thought he was asleep. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. And that just reminds me of my kids, you know, when my late husband had died, and how, like, you know, I just remember grabbing their hands to take them up to the front of the funeral home where my husband's remains were, because he was cremated by choice, by his choice. That was his request. But anyway, he was cremated, so they had the urn sitting up there, and I had a picture on the urn, and then they had a lot of big pictures around it of, you know, his kids, the family members, and all that. So it wasn't like an actual casket there. But for some reason, my kids apparently could have, because they apparently sensed something, because I literally just grabbed their hands, because at the time they were, my daughter had just turned 5 a week before he died in a car accident. My daughter had just turned 5 years old. We was at Chuck E. Cheese celebrating her birthday. And then 5 days later is when he died in the car accident. And my son was 6. So my kids were 5 and 6 at the time. So we were sitting, you know, on the in the, you know, on the benches in the funeral home, the little church part of the funeral home. And, you know, I grabbed their hands so that we could go up, you know, just to look at the pictures and just kind of, you know, I guess, just, I don't know, because the urn was sitting up there. And I don't know what it was, but my kids literally, when I went to get up and had their hands, like they were pulling back. Like my hands was back like that, like they were pulling, like with all their strength, crying and hollering and crying, not wanting to go up to that area. And like I said, it wasn't like it was a casket or a body there. It was nothing there but the urn. But for some reason, I don't know, they must have sensed something, and they would not. They literally would not go up to the front of the church where the urn and the pictures were. And they were crying like that. That just broke my heart, man. The worst thing about losing your husband, who would also, you know, if he's the father to your children, one of the worst things that you would have to do as a parent would be to tell your kids, you know, that their dad is not coming home anymore, you know, and that's not an easy thing. I mean, 5 and 6 years old, they're still kind of young, you know, and they didn't understand the whole death thing, you know. Like I said, my daughter was 4, she had just turned 5, my son was 6. They didn't know anything about death or funerals, or like they've never been to a funeral or seen a casket with a dead body in it, or like they never experienced any of this stuff. So when you're trying to tell a 5 and 6-year-old, you know, they're constantly asking, "Where's daddy?" because they're used to daddy being home by a certain time of night. And at some point, they're going to say, "Where's daddy?" I knew it was coming that night, you know? And when they asked for daddy, I'm sitting on the side of the bed. My granddaughter was there too. My granddaughter was 6 years old. They all asking. She's asking for her granddad. And my kids are asking for daddy. So I'm trying to explain to them that daddy wasn't coming home, you know. I mean, I don't know, y'all. That was just like the worst conversation I had because I was just like at a loss. You know, and I'm trying to explain it to him in kids' terms, you know. God had some work for him to do. You know, he used to work down here, but God had some work for him to do up in heaven, in the sky. So he's not coming back because that's his job now. That's the job that God had for him to do. So when I told them that that daddy was in heaven, he was working in heaven with God in the sky, those kids literally ran to the window. It was nighttime. They ran to the window and looked up in the sky and was literally looking for him. And my kids was like, "Mommy, I don't see daddy. Where is he? You said he's up there working. I don't see him." And my granddaughter's like, "Granny, I don't see him." And I was like, I'm telling you, y'all, like, that's the worst thing to have to do as a parent, is to tell your kids that their dad is never coming back home. And it's just watching those kids standing in that window looking in the sky for daddy. And they was just like, you know, well, mommy, is it because the sky is dark that we can't see him? What when the morning time come, will we be able to see him while it's daylight? You know, and I'm having, you know, it's like I'm explaining to them. I don't know, y'all. So when I heard that little girl was at the funeral home telling her daddy to wake up, that just broke my heart. That literally broke my heart. Because she doesn't understand. And she probably was a daddy's girl. Because that was his first child. He was 27 years old. Oh, boy. Nope, it's not easy, sis. It's not easy. But yeah, that was the saddest thing. And I can only, you know, I don't have to say I can only imagine what the mom and the child is going through, because I've been through it. I've been through it. So I know what she's going through. And how does she explain to a 1-year-old? I mean, I was struggling trying to figure out how to explain to a 5 and a 6-year-old. How does she explain to a 1-year-old that's crying at night for her daddy? So it's not easy, y'all. It's not easy. Being a mom, to me, is the hardest job ever. Hands down. Being a mom is the hardest job ever. Very, very difficult. Hey, Kay, what's up? I'll just Quasu. Hey, Kay, how you doing? Hey, Peter. Peter from Fort Worth, Texas. I enjoy your videos and hope to meet you someday. Oh, well, thanks, Peter. Maybe one day I'll be able to travel and do meet and greets with you guys. I would love to travel. That's my ultimate goal, is to really travel the world. And while I'm traveling the world, I'd like to stop in different cities and states and meet some of my my lovely fans. Like, you all are the best. So what I'm doing now, before I forget, is I'm putting a link to that purple and pink explosion makeup look. So that in case any of you guys, even if you come back on the replay, and you want to see it, it's in the it'll be in the chat. It's also in the description box. If you could just hit the thumbs up button while you're here, I'd greatly appreciate it. So there's the link to the purple and pink explosion makeup look. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you subscribe while you're over there, because you don't want to miss this makeup. It's hair products and makeup products that I purchased, and it's a lot. So I wanna do that haul over there on that channel. My phone went off live, just came back. Okay, Cheryl. Yeah, hon. Listen, that first live that I was on, it went haywire. And it said reconnecting, and it never reconnected. So I have to literally start it over again. And that's why the title says I'm back. Like, I don't know what's up with this live thing, but the connection be off. And then that video I did the other day, y'all, where I was at my office/studio. And I was dancing and stuff. Was that Thursday night? Y'all not going to be able to see that video. So if you wasn't actually in the live video to see it, then you missed it. Because now I already knew it was going to have copyright, because I played like tons of music that night. So I already knew it was going to be copyright issues. But, you know, I was just live having fun, cleaning up my little space and just hanging out with y'all. So if you were privy to see me live, then you caught it. EYESMARRIEDNOW was over there dancing, girl, and just doing her. It was like 184 people that had watched that video before it got blocked. So, yeah. So if you missed it, I'm sorry. But if you caught me live, you were one of the lucky ones. All right, let me put this Dollar Tree haul link into the chat. And then that way you all can, I'm hungry, y'all. You know what I'm going to do tonight, being as though I'm hungry, I'm going to fix, and I'm going to actually do this live. So if you're interested, like I said, I'm going to be up late tonight, because I got a few things boggling my mind, okay? And on top of that, I miss my husband, okay? First and foremost, I miss my husband. So that's one of the issues I have right now. I miss my husband. So I'm going to be up probably all night. So y'all are going to get a whole lot of lives from me tonight. I'm very hungry, so I'm thinking after I finish this live, I'm going to go over and cook a very simple tuna melt, okay? I'm going to show you guys how to make a tuna melt. So that's what I'm going to be eating, a tuna melt. So if you're interested in seeing that, tune into my cooking channel called Do It Yourself. Watch me fix my tuna melt. That's going to be my, I'm hungry, y'all. I am hungry. Having a mind racing night as well. Oh, wow, Cheryl. Isn't that the worst thing? I cannot stand when I have so many things on my mind that I literally can't sleep and I can't stop it. You know, I can't stop it from racing like that. That's the most annoying thing ever. I hate it. But I know what you're going through, Cheryl. But yeah, I'm going to be up. So if I'm going to be up, I might as well work. Over and over. It's like a broken record. Over. Oh, my God. I hate that. Ugh. So I know exactly what you're going through. And you can't stop it. It's just over. And oh, my God. So I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. So yeah, I'm gonna be cooking. That's what I'm gonna eat, tuna melt, and I'm going to also do that haul on my Makeup for Dummies channel tonight. Got a lot of nice new stuff. Hi, Sabrina. How you doing? Welcome to my live. It's 1:09 a.m. here in upstate New York, where I am. What time is it where you all are? Whenever I come on live late, I like to know what time it is where other people are, because it amazes me that other people be up late like me. I'm thinking I'm the only night owl, but I see I'm not. Y'all night owls too. 12:09, Peter. Okay. Damn, it's 10:08. Okay. All right. Okay, so I got the link for the Dollar Tree haul. Put that in there. Listen, y'all, when I was at the Dollar Tree shopping, girl, the lady was, oh, wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to put this link in for y'all. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez, this is craziness. Now it's telling me no connection. You got to be kidding me. This is the most craziest stuff ever. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm just trying to put this link in. Okay, so there's the link to the latest Dollar Tree haul that I did on my Juicy Tingles channel, in case you're interested. 110 in Montreal, 1209 in Texas. I want to visit Texas. I have a lot of people that watch me here on YouTube that's from Texas. So I was in the Dollar Tree the other day, in the, in the line, getting, my stuff. The lady was talking, she was saying how, she wanted to go out and smoke a cigarette, but it was too cold. So she didn't, like, her urge for a cigarette wasn't bad enough for her to want to go outside and smoke because it was cold outside. So the cashier behind, okay, so I was at this cashier. The cashier on the other aisle right behind me, she was talking. And guess what that woman said? They were talking about, how much they smoke cigarettes or how fast they go through packs of cigarettes. Why that lady holler out that she go through a pack of cigarettes in 2 hours? Oh, okay. Girl, 2 hours, one whole pack of cigarettes, 2 hours. And out here in New York, the cigarettes is $10 a pack. $10 or $11 a pack. So you going through a pack of cigarettes in 2 hours? I was just like stunned. Me and the other people that was in the line, we all was looking at each other like, wow, got to be kidding me. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Hey, Brandon. That's crazy. Yes, that's crazy. Like two hours, a whole entire pack. And I think she said she smoked something called Senecas in a red pack. I said, child, Ooh, child, I know she smelled like a smoke factory. Yeah, that was just like, no, miss. That ain't, that ain't the business. If y'all could just hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it while you're here. Hi, Clarice. Clarissa, how you doing? Yeah, Cheryl, I know that woman's lungs is, and she looked like she was a young lady and smoking a whole pack of cigarettes in 2 hours. I'm like, good God, what kind? She must got a nervous condition, because that's definitely chain smoking. God, I would hate to have to be around her. Also, y'all, when I was doing that that makeup look, I like to give things that I like to call them dummy facts. Okay, sometimes I give like little information about things concerning health and beauty, and I was sharing, and I'm going to share it right here with you all right now, because everybody is not interested in makeup channel, or like, just in case people here don't ever get to go over and see that video, I'm going to share it here with you guys, okay? Because it's actually good information for a lot of us ladies, okay? And men, because you have men who do makeup too and wear lashes and all that kind of stuff. Okay, the little tip that I was given was in reference to your eyelashes, okay? I noticed that a lot of people, when they apply their false eyelashes, and like I said, if you've heard me talk about this the other day, fine, but it's a lot of people that's going to hear this video that's not going to see that one for whatever reason. But if you're interested, the link is in the description box. Purple and pink explosion look. Well, anyway, a lot of people, they put the glue on the little lash band and they do like this, or they blow it. And I was telling you guys that that's unsanitary to blow on your lashes, because there's something called bacterial keratitis. Okay, I had to think about that for a minute. Bacterial keratitis. Okay, now bacterial keratitis can come from your mouth, it could come from your nose, and it could come from your skin. Okay, and bacterial keratitis affects the inner cornea in your eye. Okay, you can get an infection of the inner cornea of your eye from blowing on your lash if you have the bacteria called keratitis. Okay, that's the reason why you don't want to blow on your lash. Okay, a lot of people think, it's my germ, so it's no big deal, it's not going to hurt me, long as I'm not putting it on somebody else and blowing it. And actually, I seen a makeup artist doing someone else's makeup online, and they literally blew on the lash and then put it on their client's eye, and I was just like, ew, like, yuck. Don't ever let nobody do your makeup and blow on your lash and put it on your eye, okay? Don't let nobody do that, because if they have that bacterial keratitis in their mouth, child, you in trouble, okay? So the inner cornea of your eye can be affected, and the outer part of your eye can be affected. You can get conjunctivitis from bacterial keratitis, and then your inner cornea can be affected from it, okay? So do not blow on your lashes, okay? Do like this, or take a fan and blow it, but do not blow on your lashes, okay? Because I know a lot of women wear lashes, okay? And I also talk to you all, this is another thing about lashes. When you wear lashes, try not to, I see a lot of people literally rip their lashes off, like literally rip their lashes off, okay? That could cause you to have something called traction alopecia, okay? Traction alopecia is the loss of your eyelashes, okay? Just like people with alopecia lose their hair. Well, they have a such thing as alopecia where you lose your eyelashes, okay? And it's called traction alopecia. Now, ripping your eyelashes off could cause that. You can literally, when you're ripping off that fake lash, you could literally be ripping your own natural lashes out, okay? So be careful ripping that off, because some of those glues that you all use, some of those glues are very, work better than others. I'll just say that. And, you know, you don't want to, I don't know if you can regrow eyelashes. I really don't know, hon. I know I'm looking into how you can make your eyelashes grow longer and thicker because I'm into the natural thing. I have a nice length on my lashes and a nice thickness to them, but I want them to be longer and thicker so that it can appear to be like a fake lash, but it won't be a fake lash because I'm really not into that glue stuff. Okay, I've tried it before, but I'm not feeling that, putting that glue. Like I'm not. But like I said, I don't know if your eyelashes are going to grow back or not. Okay, I don't know if they will or not, but I'm just saying, don't rip your false lashes off because it could take your own lashes out and they may or may not grow back. And depending on how old you are, okay, if you're up in age, your chances of stuff growing back is slim to none. Okay, so you got to be careful when you get to be a certain age and you know, ripping out your edges and your eyebrows and cutting them off. That's why I started growing back my own natural eyebrows, because I used to actually shave my whole entire brow off and draw the thin eyebrows on. And I stopped because I got scared. You know, you get up in age and stuff starts getting sparse and start thinning and stuff. So your chances, like I said, of them coming back thick and full and vibrant and slim to none. So I got scared and I started growing my eyebrows back and I started growing my hair back. Because remember, I had did a big chop like two or 3 years ago. I had did a big chop. And like I said, I got scared, so I let my hair grow all the way back. Now my hair is down to here. Thank God, because I was scared. Because you know, when you get to be a certain age, your hair starts thinning. It doesn't grow back as fast. It doesn't grow back as thick. You know, things change depending on your age. But that's interesting, though. I'm going to look that up and see. Matter of fact, I'm going to look it up right now. But yeah, traction alopecia. So if you decide that you don't want to wear lashes anymore, you're not going to have no lashes of your own, you know. But, and like I said, I know that, you know, when people rip their edges out from the, when they used to glue the tracks down on their head back in the day, I think now a lot of people get sew-ins, but back in the day, way back, people used to glue the tracks on more so than sew. The gluing of the weave and the tracks was more popular. And, you know, a lot of people lost their edges as a result of that, you know, snatching them weaves out with their glue and snatch all your edges loose. And some people edges never grow back, or some people edges, they'll grow back, but they'll grow back very thin. Okay, so you just want to be careful about pulling your own edges out from glue or pulling your own eyelashes out from glue. Like I said, I know a lot of people that are struggling with getting those edges back from using that hair glue. And you know, some people use hair glue on their lashes. Okay, so that's another thing. That hair glue that hair glue that they use to put your tracks and weaves in, I told y'all it has that ingredient in it called coal tar. And coal tar is used for asphalt. Okay, so that's why, you know, I was telling people, don't use the hair glue for your lashes as a replacement for your lash glue. A lot of people was using the hair glue because they say that it holds your lashes on better and for a longer period of time, as opposed to the regular eyelash glue. So they, you know, that coal tar ingredient that's in that hair glue, if you keep putting that on your eyes, eventually you're going to lose your eyesight. That's the long-term effect of it. Hi, Jesse. Natural is always sexier and healthier. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hi, Jenna. How you doing? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, y'all, while you're here. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to put that hair glue on your lashes. So, between putting hair glue on your lashes and you're blowing on it, child, you're going to go blind and you're going to get an inner cornea infection and an outer eye infection. Like, really? So, don't take that chance. You know, get the regular. If you're going to wear the lashes, get the regular, the glue that's made for that purpose. Stay clear of the duo eyelash glue though. The duo eyelash glue, that used to be used by doctors to for cuts. If you went in with a cut, you know, wherever your cut was, they would actually put duo glue on it, on your cuts, okay? So you don't want, and all they did was just rebranded the duo glue so that makeup artists could use it. That's all they did. They just rebranded it. But it's the same glue that they use to put on wounds when you would go to the doctor. So you want to stay clear putting that on your eyes. The regular eyelash glue, like I say, you know, y'all have to do your own research on that because I don't know anything about it. But when I learn stuff, I like to share it with you guys. A lot of you all may have heard me talk about this before, and you might say, oh, here she go talking about this shit again. But it's a lot of people that didn't hear me say it on that particular video. It may be someone who didn't hear that advice or that information on that video, and they might hear it today, or they may have heard it on my Makeup for Dummies channel, and it could possibly help someone or save somebody's eyesight, or save somebody from getting you know, the traction alopecia, or getting the cornea infection, or getting conjunctivitis. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just sharing, because sharing is caring, okay? But yeah, I'm looking into finding out how I can get my lashes to be more thicker and fuller. And then they do have mascaras that will help you with that, to give that look, that voluminous look. But I'm looking into, I think they were saying something. Well, let me just finish doing my research on it before I share it with you all. If you are a person who naturally has thin lashes, or who naturally, who don't naturally, like if your lashes are not thick and full and long and you want them to be, I'm doing some research on the home remedies that you can use to, you know, get your stuff going. But yeah, I want to see, can your eyelashes grow back? If you get traction alopecia, can they grow back? Matter of fact, let me just talk this into Google because I don't feel like typing. Will your eyelashes grow back after traction alopecia? Okay, now this is saying it is important to visit a dermatologist to ensure hair loss is not caused by a different form of alopecia. It is possible for hair to grow back if damage is not permanent. Okay, that's some good information. So for the person who wanted to know about the eyelashes growing back, Jess, if the damage is not permanent, then they can grow back. So I don't know, if you're constantly pulling your false lashes off and pulling out your pulling your own lashes out of the follicles, you may damage the lash follicles over time, and they won't come back. Okay, so you got to be careful with that permanent damage. And the same with your edges. You know, if you're constantly putting tape and glue in there to glue down your hair, you ripping it out, eventually it's going to be so damaged, the hair follicles is going to be so damaged that it's not going to grow back. So you got to be careful about that. It says hair follicles being traumatized for a long period of time, and it can become scarred, so the hair won't grow back by itself. So bad traumatization over a long period of time of your hair follicles can cause it not to grow back. Okay, so that's the answer to that question as far as whether or not your eyelashes are going to grow back if you pull them out. It depends on if there's any permanent damage done, how long you've been doing that. Okay, so that's good information because I didn't know that. That was a good question. But listen, you guys, I'm hungry. I've been on here an hour. Meet me over on my do-it-yourself cooking channel because I'm gonna start fixing me a tuna melt because I'm very hungry. So if you're interested in seeing that, just hang in there. Make sure you are subscribed and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload. And I will talk to you guys on another video, child. Only if it's the Lord's will, child, because I don't know. But I thank y'all for joining me tonight and listening to my sad story. Because like I said, I'm feeling a little down, but I'm okay. So I thank you guys for listening and hanging in there with me tonight. And I'll see y'all over on another channel up here on the YouTube streets. Okay? Bye, guys. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button before you go. Hit the red subscribe button. Let me show y'all something real quick. Because someone didn't know where the subscribe button was on one of my lives one night. So let me just show you something, okay? Okay, this was the live that I did where it cut off. But look, if you're on the video, if you say like you're watching a video and then you have the title of the video right here, this red subscribe button, okay? You just press that, okay? And then there will be a little bell next to it. You hit the red subscribe button and you hit the little bell, and that way you'll be notified of when I upload. As long as you engage regularly through comments, then your notification bell will work. But if you're just a person that just watches and don't necessarily comment, then your notification bell is not going to work, okay? So every now and again, you want to come in and say at least hi or thanks for sharing the video or something. You have to engage in order for your notification bell to work, okay? So once again, here's the video. You hit that red subscribe button right there. That's where it's located. Okay. And if you hit this drop down button, here, wait, let me see. Whenever I tell you guys to check the description box so that you can check out all my other channels, here's how you do that. Right here, under the video is a little arrow, a little point down arrow. You press that. And when you press it, you scroll up and it has all my information, all my YouTube channels. Oops, I hit it by accident. But anyway, that's how you get to the description box for those of you who don't know, because some people are new. I know when I first ever started watching people videos on YouTube before I became a YouTuber, and people would say subscribe, and I'd be like, how do you subscribe? And they would just say, oh, this information is in the description, but I ain't have a clue. So that's why I'm showing it, because it might be some people out there that are just like me who don't have a clue. Oh, you're welcome, Kay. Yeah, so that's how you subscribe. That's how you look in my description box. And then I did put some links in the chat. Okay. All right, so I hope you all enjoyed this video tonight, and I will talk to y'all. I'm getting ready to go eat, so if you want to watch me fix my late night snack, then holler at your girl on Do It Yourself. Matter of fact, let me do y'all a quick favor before I go. I'm going to put the link to that channel in the it's in the description box, but I'm going to put it in the chat, so that if you want to go over there and go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and hit the notification bell, so that when I go live here shortly, you'll see it. So let me just do that for you guys real quick. Put that link in the chat. And like I said, I'm so upset that garlic bread video is not there. Craziness. I'm so hungry, you guys. So hungry. Okay, I'm getting it for you guys. Just to make it easier for you to get to it. Oh gosh. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. Okay. Cooking channel called Do It Yourself. All right, guys, there you go. There's the link. Check out my cooking channel called Do It Yourself. Click on that video. That's the last cooking video that I did the other day. So you just go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see y'all over there. All right. Bye.